Okay, my name is James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Having number 2. This is part 2 of my non-existing acting career and why it's so hard to get into this business. So, before I was interrupted by a call from my mom and had to go walk the dog in a lightning storm because she's a chicken shit, you know, I was going off on a tangent about the studio here in Virginia, in Petersburg, that will remain nameless, that doesn't apparently make movies, but they do produce kung fu movies, but they would not give me a job back when I was younger and healthier and could have been a millionaire by now, but they didn't want to bank on a half-breed. Because unlike other studios, they're not honest about this list that a lot of up-and-coming actors don't seem to know about. So let me give you a little bit of advice about acting in general. Acting is preparation, luck, and opportunity all mashed into one. Some actors honestly don't even have any talent, and they just got really lucky or really blessed. It just depends on how you want to take that. Now, people are going to say, well, James, that's just jealousy talking. Is it? Is it jealousy talking, or is it the truth that you don't want to acknowledge that, I could have been a great actor, but without given the opportunity to find out if I could be a great actor or a B-rated actor, a flash in the pan, or I could have been as good as James Dean was going to be, but he died before he got the opportunity to actually get his fucking foot off the ground. I think he made 2 movies. It's the same thing with Bruce Lee, who didn't find fame until well after his death. So, it's kind of it's kind of crazy like that, you know. And I mean, on the for real, it's the way the world works. If you seek fame, most likely some people get blessed and they find it. Other people, they don't find it. Bruce Lee had the hardest time finding fame. It wasn't until he went to his ancestral land, because what a lot of people don't know is Bruce Lee was actually born in America, and his actual name was Sai-Fong Lee. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. Anyway, you know, the whole concept is that the more you want something, the harder you have to work for it. And I am the king of hard work when it comes to making movies. And I'm not one of these people who's gonna like mope about it and lie around in jealousy. After all, if you've seen the other video, you've seen me pretty much go off on a tangent about the things that should have been done, could have been done, would have been done, but not done. And you've seen me mention this list. I mention things like this as much as I mention how many times I do an ethnic video about my ethnicity. So when you weigh in the pros and cons and you tell the truth, what is your options out there? Well, acting is a cutthroat business. There are great actors, and there are mediocre actors, and then there are actors who are just happy to be working. I will be one of those actors who is just happy to be working. Could I be a commercial actor if someone would give me a job and a chance? Hell yeah. Could I be a Broadway actor? Hell no. Because, see, those are the real actors. And this is what people don't understand. If you're an actor, theater is where you belong. Because you're one of those people who can retain and remember every line and do Shakespearean stuff. Well, here's the 2 bad things on my half. First off, I don't think Shakespeare ever seen a black person or a Native American. And if he has, no one's ever said anything about that in the history books. So, yeah, I don't think that Shakespeare's for me. The only plays that I know in Shakespeare that I would even consider doing is Julius Caesar and Romeo and Juliet. And maybe A Midsummer's Night Dream, but only if I get to play Puck. Okay? But I really don't know all of the words to those because of the color of my skin. There wasn't a whole lot of opportunity. I did Caesar for Mr. Strong in my 10th grade English class, I think. Thank you, Mr. Strong, by the way. And he let me pick the person because I didn't like reading out loud. So he let me pick the person with one line. Right there is where you know that someone gives a damn about you. Because my reading out loud, it wasn't really strong in the 10th grade. It's still not strong to this day, if you want the truth. And I think it's more or less not that I can't read. It's just that I don't like the way I sound when I read. So in that, it's more or less how you deal with the things in this world. And in that, I'm one of those people, I don't like to read out loud. I can read. I just hate reading out loud. I hate the way I sound. I can feel people staring at me. My back seems like like it's on fire. Like everybody's like staring, eyes burning through me and everything. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate because some people just are really good at reading out loud, and I'm not one of those people. But he let me play the old blind man, the prophet that warned Caesar about his death, of beware of the Ides of March. That has stuck with me till this day because it wasn't really acting, it was more like reading. But I will give Mr. Strong his credit because he's like, James, you have to do this again because you're not feeling it. It's like, I don't want to be doing this. I don't want to read out loud. Sorry. Reading out loud is part of being in high school. So you have to read out loud. But I want you to read it like you mean it. I want you to feel like you are this guy. So I did. Caesar! I had 2 lines. I had to say it like 3 times because it's written down in the book 3 times. Caesar, who calls on Caesar. Caesar, who calls on the Caesar. Caesar, oh what Caesar, it is a pelly old beggar. What does the old beggar have to say to Caesar? Beware the Ides of March, Caesar. Beware of the Ides of March. Oh, he's just talking rubbish. Let him go. Let's get out of here. And when the Ides of March came, luckily for me, I wasn't one of the people who had to play Mark Anthony because he had like a shitload of lines. And we read that, I think that thing took us like 3 days to complete it because we were going around the room and each person had to read a phrase. So being that I have had experience with Julius Caesar before, because history is one of my favorite subjects, and though you can't prove whatever happened in that Julius Caesar play happened in history, you can read about it. And so luckily I had a jump up on that because I liked history and I've read Caesar and I've seen the movie, not Black Caesar. So, when it came time, I knew exactly who to pick. I was like, if we have to do this, I want to be the old blind man. Yeah, and Mr. Strong was like, well, he only has like 3 lines. Exactly. It's like, well, I said, well, because I don't want to be a fucking actor. I wanted to be a cop. No, I don't have to talk much when I'm a cop. Read you your Miranda rights, lock some handcuffs on you, carry your ass to jail. Easy peasy. Well, somewhere along the line, that dream got dashed. So we're not going to go into my history of how that dream got dashed because I don't want everybody to know my business, and certain people need to be punched in the face for dashing this dream. But anyway, so I've had a little bit of acting experience, nothing major. I've acted in grade school. I didn't like it then. I've acted in middle school, not by choice. And then I've acted in high school, but I didn't do any of the plays. I didn't go out for any plays because I was hell bent on being a cop. All right? And like I said, my stepmother, Miss Molly Nichols, is one of the people who pushed me towards this because she's seen what I can do on martial arts skills. And she's like, you should do this in front of the camera. You could be somebody in front of the camera. And I believed it. But what she didn't know and what I didn't know was the red tape that you have to go through when you're an actor. And it's not just a little red tape, it's a fucking assload of red tape. You have to earn your role. You have to go to auditions. You have to be appealing. You have to have something that everyone else doesn't have. Because anyone can read a line if you can read. If you can read, you can read a line. You have to have that talent, that it factor that they're looking for. And it's also your appearance. Your appearance is 95% of what they want. But the thing about your appearance, they can change your appearance. They can. I'll give you a quick example. This is a hairbrush. This is hair. Watch this. Now I'm a punk rocker. Got my little part right there. Alright. Let's go on this side. And then you wonder why I'm mad about people in Metropolis not being able to tell Clark Kent from Superman. So, if your appearance can change, a little bit of makeup here and there, part your hair and make it look somewhat kind of good, you know, then your personality can change. And these are tricks that you must lead and you must learn to be an actor. Now, I never ever said I wanted to be the leading man. Fuck that shit. Now, if I was an action star and I was the leading man, and most of the things I had to say were just one-liners that I could actually remember, yeah, cool. I'll be back. Trust me. Adrian! Yeah, those kind of things, I could do that. Because they're one-liners. And one-liners are easy to remember. It's when you have to go into those, like, dramatized speeching, like, you killed my father. Now I kill you. Some stuff like that. Or my very favorite, my dad used to hate this, and I used to do it all the time. And I used to be able to do this with a broken Chinese accent. So here we go. It's a damn shame that you're going to die. I'm not going to die. You're going to die. I've come a long way just to kill you. And I used to be able to do it with a Chinese accent. Now I can't do a Chinese accent to save my dick. So, yeah, you have to evolve. And when it comes to acting, to be a leading man, you really have to be able to evolve, I don't know if I'm capable of doing drama. I do know that I'm capable of doing kung fu, science fiction, and scary because that's what I do. That's what I like. Those are the genres that I fall for, and those are the genres that I watch on TV. So that's what I want to do. And I can do voiceovers. I did it in my Guardians of the Earth movie series that was stolen in Alabama. Some asshole has it on his desk somewhere. So, it's out there. Good luck at finding it. I have a copy. I just need to get it fixed up and done. But my Mac's screwed up, so I can't. So anyway, as I was saying, to be an actor, you gotta have some thick ass skin. You're gonna have to take no 170,000 times before you finally get someone who goes, yes. And sometimes it's crazy, stupid, fine, and sometimes it's pretty fucking lame. But the thing is, if you're not given a chance, you will never fucking know. And you can't make people give you a chance. So when you're going out to these roles and you're trying your damnedest to earn them, and everyone's looking at you and they're just like, we're going to pull a Carrie. Ready? Here we go. They're all going to laugh at you. They're all going to laugh at you. Let them laugh. No, fuck them. Because you know what? The guys that make the decisions, there's a reason why they're making the decisions. It's because they don't want to be in front of the camera because they know how hard this shit is. Acting is not an easy trek, and if I ever find success in it, I will be the first one on YouTube to let you know. Don't worry, I won't be doing any backflips or anything because legally I can't even jump anymore because the doctors fucking said so. Jumping in high impact things could very well cause this hip to go crack, and then the military's not going to fix that. And the way health insurance is today, probably nobody's going to tell. And I'm not trying to be deformed for the rest of my life. So you can understand the dilemma. All right, good. We got that out of the way. So as we go on, you have to understand that not every studio is willing to gamble on you. And unless you're in Hollywood, it's really hard to make movies. It's really hard to get people to back you. It's really hard to get your foot in the fucking door. And here we go back to that promise of Hollywood East. How can you promise actors on the East Coast that we don't have to leave Virginia, that we can make these movies and then not deliver? I'm a man of my word. I'm not a pretty man by any means necessary. I'm the furthest thing from handsome and beautiful that ever was, and I actually looked worse than I do right now. And I will show you guys a picture of that one day. But the whole concept is, I'm more than willing to put in the work, where most people just won't. Most people won't put in the work. Most people don't care. Most people could care two shits about the hard work that you put in. And when it comes to acting, I kid you not. I kid you not. When it comes to acting, some of the things that we are willing to do aren't always some of the things that we want to do. if you can see that, you know, not that. There we go. Great. Like I said, if you can see that, you got a good look. See how messed up my face is? Got a good look at that? Got a good look at that? Yeah. I've come a long way since that happened. A long way. So, I may be ugly, but I was much worse. So, yeah, I can live with my ugly. I'm okay with it. You know, you can see that all on Facebook there under my actual name, James Williams Jr. You see me with the bow and arrow. Yeah. And that dragon right there is a target. So, when people call me ugly, I accept it. I don't care anymore. I accept it because I was a lot worse a few years back in my, like, 35, 36. All of this was just peeling off. Anyway, as I said, you know, this business is like the hardest business to get in, the easiest business to get out, and the hardest business to stay in. So here's what I tell people, you know, if like Pringles or KFC or somebody called me tomorrow and said, James, your solution, your problems are over. We want you to be our spokesperson. We're going to make all these commercials and you're in it. You make 4 commercials a year. We pay you yay so much money, blah, blah, blah. I don't even give a damn how much money it is. I want the job. I'll take the job. You know why? Because no one else will give me the job. So if they offer it, I'm going to take it. But we're going to have a verbal contract plus a legal contract drawn up so that when I get the job, you know, I want what I want. And I want truth, justice, and the American dream and all that. But I want to be able to have an open contract to where I can venture off and do other projects. Now, here's the other thing. Let's say I actually can act like better than I think I can, but I don't know it. But other people give me enough belief and confidence, and they're willing to bank on me. Fuck yeah. Will I take a TV series? Hell yeah. As long as I have creative control over some of the issues and things. Would I do a soap opera? I will not do a soap opera unless I'm not on there more than 2 or 3 times a month, because I don't think that I'm that good. But on the other hand, the reason why I would do a soap opera is because it's a full-time paycheck. I'm going to make another video because this has just hit the 18-minute mark.